Intro. The definition of a puzzle is as follows. 1. To offer or represent to someone a problem difficult to solve or a situation difficult to resolve. Challenge mentally also to exert oneself, one's mind, etc. over such a problem or situation they puzzle their wits to find a solution. 2. Archaic, complicate, entangle. What is the greatest puzzle to solve in the universe? Signposts are all around you, yet humanity is texting on the freeway of life. This book contains many writings when I talk about the great puzzle of life. The world at large would be in a better place if we attempted to try to solve this puzzle. The solution exists inside of you. Nobody can solve the puzzle for you. Many people throughout the ages provided helpful hints, but you must use your own inner shovel to mine the gold within. That's how the game got set up. I most certainly didn't make the rules. Nobody can walk in your own shoes. Your life is custom designed. What works for you may not work for others. Hopefully, by reading this book, you may try to solve the puzzle of life.
Power to change. We all have made huge mistakes in our life. I know I most certainly have. I'm not proud of the mistakes I have done, yet we all have the power to change. We can never undo the mistakes we have made, but we can have redemption. We can grow and change for the better. We can pull our inner weeds moment by moment. We can transform. The great thing is God does not judge. Man does. We have free will. That does not say you can do anything you want. There is a law upon this land. Yet with free will, you have the power to change. You can change your actions to reflect yourself as a better human being. You can transform yourself from darkness into the light. Anger, hate, war, intolerance is of the past. Kindness, love, and compassion is your true nature. You have the inner power of love within you. The power to change begins with one simple step. Yes, you may wobble and fall down. Take another step. Take baby steps. If you fall down, don't get discouraged. Take another step. Remember, this process is 2 steps forward, 1 step backwards. So don't be hard on yourself. The universe is rooting you on. You are a piece of the puzzle, and you're making an effort to discover your piece. No matter what you have done, you can change. You can transform yourself when these negative actions will never take place again. By discovering your true nature, negativity is dissolved. It goes away into the wind. What can I say? You are the universe. God is on your side. He exists inside of you. Remember to take baby steps. You can't leap there. Just one small step after another. You have the power to change. What is the solution for man? Man has been fighting for thousands of years. What has it gotten us? Innocent men and women buried in graves. At least a wildfire in nature ultimately matures the soil. Yet somehow we think that fighting will solve the problem. War has never solved any problems. We must let go of all negative emotions if we want to survive. Anger, war, greed, intolerance must be let go. We must embrace kindness, love, and compassion. This is our true state of existence. You are the universe. You just don't know it. We must be diligent farmers. We must pull our inner weeds. We must plant the seeds of kindness, love, and compassion. Water them daily. Watch what you are saying. If it's going to be negativity, don't say it. Day by day, take baby steps. Yes, you will fall. That's part of the adventure. 2 steps forward, 1 step backwards. This is how we learn. Slow and steady wins the race. You can't take giant steps. Look, the Earth took billions of years in evolution so we could be here. Imagine if you did your part of solving the piece of the puzzle. You would inspire your family and friends. They would want to know what you are doing. There's no conversion on this path. The truth needs no conversion. There's no convincing on this path. The truth needs no convincing. Each human being is unique. You are custom made. God, the supreme electrician, has wired you up so you can discover your true nature. Ponder this over. You can solve this puzzle. The song of life. Can you hear it? The universe is singing such a sweet song. Can you hear glorious harmonies all around you? Are you lost in texting on your cell phone? The universe is alive. Where are you? Do you know the essence of your life? Have you taken your first conscious step? You have free will. You can walk all alone in this life while you have an endless amount of support watching over you. The decision is up to you. You must, day by day, moment by moment, pay attention to the jewel inside. In the beginning, it takes great effort. You meditate on God. Somewhere along the way, God begins to meditate on you. That's a glorious thing. You can be a partner of God. You can learn how to be kind in any situation. You can learn to have patience and tolerance. You can learn to have love and compassion. This is your true nature, the song is playing for eternity. You are eternal. You were never created. You will never die. Your body will, but your true essence will never die. Think about that. Ponder over it. You can discover the jewel inside of you. That's your true nature. The great masters of the past mastered it. They said a deaf man can hear the unstruck music. This music is intoxication to the soul. Yet, this intoxication will make a man wise. It will totally transform him. Ponder this over. You can solve this puzzle. Summer nighttime breeze. Once upon a time, I lived in Maui with my family. I was working at the observatory on top of Haleakala. My wife and I loved to walk on the Lahaina side of Maui. We would love to take off our sandals and walk in the ocean water and feel the nighttime breeze. The best time of the year was summertime. Words truly can't describe the feeling. Yet we would walk slow and capture the moment. There was a hotel that had a marvelous Buddha statue. It was quite the beautiful sight. Maybe it was one of those times when all the elements came together. It seemed like a perfect moment. The only thing you could hear was the sound of the ocean. The moon was full and reflected in the ocean. Time seemed to slow down. There was an aura of peace all around. This peace seemed to exist everywhere. Why don't we capture these moments every day while we are alive? Signposts of God are everywhere. Yet, do we have the eyes to see? Imagine every moment this peace is pervading everywhere. There's a sweet perfume of life in all the universe. Yet man is missing out. We have been trained to look outside for the answers. Mystics have come and gone. They told their incredible story. Man just went on their merry way. I'm not interested in anything spiritual. It's just a made-up story. Yet, the spiritual path is the most practical path. It shows you the way in this crazy jungle of life. Imagine having someone who shows you the way out of the darkness and into the light. Your true nature will help you on the way. You have free will. You could be stuck in your ways. Nobody will judge you for that. Ponder this over. You can solve this puzzle. spirit of humanity. Wow, what can I say? You are the universe. You just don't know it. Your spirit never dies. It is eternal. You were never created, and you will never be destroyed. Your body will, but your spirit is eternal. Isn't that amazing? Yet we are driving down the street with our cell phones in our hands. We are oblivious to our true nature. Your true nature is kindness. Your true nature is love and compassion. Your true nature is patience and tolerance. What happened? How did we totally drift off course? We are like a ship without a rudder. Our planet is in turmoil, yet millions of people are waking up from their slumber. Humanity will reclaim and once again discover their true nature. The sun is arising. Mark my words, peace will come on earth. Yes, it will take some time, but the weeds are being pulled on this planet. Darkness is slowly disappearing. Soon, the sun will rise to a point where darkness is totally gone. You are a piece of this puzzle. Discover your true nature, and you will help humanity to solve this puzzle. It takes each one of us. I can't solve your piece of the puzzle. Each individual on this planet has to solve it for themselves. You are your own savior. Yes, help is on the way. Just simply ask. You have free will. Nobody will take that away from you. Ponder this over. Discover your true nature. God lies inside of you. The world would be much better if we all were kind. The world would be much better if we had love and compassion for all. The world would be much better if we had patience and tolerance for all. Mankind can choose a better way to live. We've been fighting and bickering for ever so long. It seems like that's our true nature, yet our true nature is kindness. Our true nature is love and compassion. Our true nature is patience and tolerance. Where did we go wrong? Are we like a ship without a rudder? We don't see the unity of life. You are the universe. You just don't know it. Maybe that's the problem. We think living in darkness is our true nature. We accept our anger, hate, and intolerance as a part of us. I can't change. This is who I am. Yes, darkness exists in all of us. This is why it's so important to shine the light inside. Darkness is only the absence of light. When you switch on a light entering the room, darkness disappears. Darkness is simply the absence of light. All the great masters talk about discovering your true nature. Nobody gets a free ride. Did you know that the Dalai Lama once had a temper problem when he was young? He learned how to go beyond his anger. He pulled his inner weeds day by day. He planted seeds of kindness, love, and compassion. He daily watered the soil. Look at him now. He is an inspiration to the world. You can be an inspiration to the world. You are a precious piece of the puzzle. The world needs for you to discover your true nature. The time is right. The sun is arising. It's going to be a glorious day. Ponder this over. The breath. It's kind of sad. The majority of mankind takes the breath for granted. Yes, we breathe in and breathe out. That's so common to us. We do this in each and every moment. What could be more common? We all breathe. Yet behind our breath is a power that keeps the entire universe alive. You are the universe. You just don't know. The power behind your breath is keeping you alive. You have the potential to connect to this source. In essence, this is your true nature. Many of the great masters taught this. They taught to meditate upon your breath. It takes baby steps. At first, you may not seem to feel or see anything. Have patience. The mind is like a tuning fork. It takes time to tune in to the frequencies of life. This frequency is pure love. Day by day, simply follow your breath. Year by year, simply follow your breath. Decade by decade, simply follow your breath. Your breath will set you free. Your breath will reveal your true nature while you are alive. I know it sounds so simple. It is. Yet we make life so complicated. The truth can be there all the time. Yet we are trained to look outside of ourselves. The jewel has always been hidden under our pillow. This is where God hides, inside of you. This is the greatest hide-and-seek game. Ponder the soul. You can solve this puzzle. It's a wonderful day. I just woke up. It's early in the morning. It's cold outside. My heart is warm with love. It melts all my troubles away. Life is good. Even when they shut down the government, life is good. We need to all change. We need to embrace kindness and compassion for all. We need to stop bickering and truly listen to the needs of the world. Everyone deserves a wonderful day. I'm rich at heart and want everyone to have the same riches. A new dawning is occurring. The sun is arising. Darkness is slowly disappearing. Yes, it is putting up a fight. It doesn't have anywhere to hide. Darkness is exposing itself for what it is. We don't need more anger, bigotry, and greed on this planet. It's been here for far too long. It's not part of our true nature. Many people think it is. Well, darkness has been around for thousands of years. Consequently, we think it's part of us. Well, the light dispels the darkness. Your true nature is kindness. Your true nature is love and compassion. Your true nature is patience. You are the universe. No wonder it's a wonderful day. Discover your true nature. This is how the world will be a better place. One person at a time is the way. One person waking up from a deep slumber. You are a piece of the puzzle. You can solve this puzzle. Ponder this over. We are walking in the world of mystery. Yet, most of the time, we are oblivious of it. We are driving around with our cell phones in our hands. The signpost of God is everywhere. Yet we barely see the road ahead of us. We are so concerned about the text we just received. The president just treated something in his mind. Thousands of birds are flying in the sky. Sweet songs of honking fill the air. What a magnificent sight. Such beauty in motion. Where are we? Lost in our phones. Look, I'm all for technology. I've been in it my entire adult life. But sometimes we have added an extra layer between us and our true nature. We have created more distance between us and God. Is that text message really more important than life itself? You are missing out on the mysteries of life. We are wearing tinted glasses. We think we know it all. Don't bother me. I know everything. The wise man simply smiles. He has nothing to convince. The sun in the sky just shines. The wise man just shines. The lighthouse in the sea just shines a light to save us from harm. It shows the way to the harbor. The wise man does the same thing. I'm not trying to criticize you. I'm trying to show you that you can keep your technology, yet at the same time discover your true nature. You can discover the mysteries of life. You can solve this precious puzzle. You can help this world finally find peace. Ponder this over. You are never alone. Wow, I wish I could believe that. I feel all alone. Where are they? That's a good question. Mankind has been looking in the wrong direction. Signpost is all around, yet we can't see them. God is hiding inside of your heart. This is the greatest game in the universe. You are the universe. You just don't know it. All of that lies inside of you. Yet somehow we have forgotten our true nature. These sayings or poems hopefully will remind you you have free will. We are not trying to convince or convert you. If you are the universe, do you think you need converting? We simply are here to remind you of your true nature. Hasn't humanity suffered enough? Humanity is waking up from their slumber. It's been thousands of years we have slept in. War, anger, and greed have been built on this land. Kindness, love, and compassion will be the new norms. You will look into the eyes of others and see a reflection of yourself. You will be aware and conscious that you are never alone. Humanity will discover their piece of the puzzle. The puzzle of life will be put together again. The dawning of man is coming. The sun is arising within. In a few hours, the sun will be shining everywhere. All the great masters talk about a new dawning of man. You have free will. You can't sit on the fence any longer. What do you choose, war or peace? Only you can make that decision. Ponder this over. You are a piece of this precious puzzle. You are never alone. You are on my mind. When I was young, I knew that God existed inside of me. I knew the light and music existed inside of me. Yet, I didn't know how to tap into it. It was kind of frustrating. You have instincts that are true, yet you can't see. Signposts of God all around. I just didn't see them. Maybe when we know that we are looking for God, God appears. This is a hide-and-seek game. I feel blessed that my wanderings led me to go inside. I discovered meditation quite young. It was around 47 years ago. That was the turning point in my life. I knew the direction to turn. Many mistakes are learned about this journey of life. 2 steps forward, 1 step backward. Small baby steps, day by day, moment by moment. You are on my mind. You are a part of my life. I'm not alone. What a saving grace. I feel guided and protected. I am grateful. The greatest way to help humanity is by changing yourself. One smile to someone in need to lighten up their world. We are all in the same boat together. We are sailing home. Ponder this over. You are a piece of this puzzle. You can learn how to discover your true nature. The world needs it. You can solve this puzzle. The dying of man is here. You are you. Who are you? When you look into the mirror, what do you see? The external mirror will reveal your face. Ah, that's who I am. But who were you before your grandfather was born? Your father and mother didn't exist. You are you. You are infinite. You were never created, nor will you ever die. You are eternal. Yet we think, I'm only this body. You are the universe. You just don't know it. I say that a lot. I say that because it's the truth. You are quantum energy. You are beyond time and space. This human vessel is hardwired to find God. God custom designed you. Your DNA contains the blueprint of God. Signpost of God exists inside and outside of you. The more you have the intent to find God, you win. God exists inside of you. Lo and behold, the kingdom of heaven exists inside of you. All the great masters have said the same thing. You are a piece of the puzzle. You are precious. You are never alone. It may seem that way. Open the inner door and start your inner journey. All it takes is consciousness and awareness. Day by day, the seed grows. Pull your inner weeds such as anger, greed, and hate. Water your soil daily. Meditate and pray. Ponder this over. You are you. You can do it. You can discover your true nature. You are never alone. You are the universe. You just don't know it. You are kind. You are full of love. You have compassion. You have patience. You have tolerance. You are playful. You are curious. You are wise. You are considerate. You are thoughtful. You are infinite. All of this and more is your true nature. You are beyond time and space. You can do it. You can wake up from your slumber you have slept in. Now is the time to wake up. Your nightmares are over. The sun is arising in the sky. A new dawn for mankind is here. A kind man is waking up. What is greater than that? You wake up peaceful. Your grouchy nature is gone. You are alive. What could be more precious than that? Wow, I'm alive. Honor the soul. What a miracle lies inside of us. You are the universe. You just don't know it. You can solve this puzzle. Just don't get why. I just don't get it. Why is the world so angry? Why is there so much hate in this world? Why do we go to war? Hate will never solve any issue. Anger will never solve any issue. War will not solve the problem. We need to look at another angle in life. We need to think outside of the box. In my eyes, being spiritual is the answer. Now, there isn't any pretense of what you have to do. No lifestyle change or change in diet. The foundation is pretty simple. Be kind. Be tolerant of others. Love your fellow man. Be patient. Cultivate compassion for all. Pretty simple. If you practice this daily, your life will change for the better. I can't promise you a raise. I can't promise you won't get laid off. These are bumps in the road. Yet, over time, you will be a kind person. You will have solved your piece of the puzzle. How grand is that? Each and every one of us has a precious piece of the puzzle. If we all took responsibility, we can change this world. You don't have to change your religion. You don't have to convert. There's nothing to convert to. All you have to do is to clean off the dust inside of you. The mirror of life needs dusting. That's all. All the great masters have said the same thing. Look inside. The answer lies within. Take up this challenge. You can overcome all your obstacles. You might be pleasantly surprised what you discover. Someday, you might say thank you for this advice. Ponder this over. The universe lies inside of you. I just don't get why. Just tell me that you love me. Your Creator loves you. Your Creator is always with you, by your side. You may think you are alone at times in the middle of the night. Your true essence comes from the Creator. You have never left His side. The love between the two of you will never die. Love is eternal, and so are you. I hope this makes your day when you realize that. At times we struggle in life. We hit the bumps in the road. Yet, you are never alone. The bumps are a part of the journey in life. Curveballs are meant so we can hit a home run. This life is like a grand video game. We go from one level to another level. At each level, we fine-tune the guitar of life. What is the goal? Imagine in each and every moment, we try to be kind. Now that may seem easy, yet Facebook at times is on fire with anger and hate. True kindness comes when any obstacle life throws at us, we can be kind. All the great masters developed this. They had to go through the same levels we do. Even the Dalai Lama admitted he had quite the temper tantrum when he was young. Yet he overcame his anger in midst of the Chinese taking over his country. If we want peace on earth, we must find peace inside of ourselves. We must be peaceful and kind at all moments in our life. Kindness is not weak. Anger and hatred are weak. It's so easy to be angry. It's so easy to have hatred. Yet, in the midst of turmoil, it's hard to be kind. Play this life like a video game. In the face of turmoil, stop and ponder for a second before speaking. Are these words going to put gasoline on the fire? If so, be silent. Are these words going to put water on the fire? If so, speak these words. You will be amazed how your life will change if you do this. You are training yourself to be kind. Over time, your mind, body, and soul will reflect kindness. You will have begun to transform yourself. It's that easy. Yes, there are many other steps to take. Yet this step you can do moment by moment. Monitor your actions. Stop, look, and listen before you speak. You are the universe. Ponder this over. You can solve this puzzle. Keep your heart alive. You only have this precious body once. Take care of your body. Take care of your soul. Take care of your mind. You will truly enjoy life to the fullest when you do. Who enjoys a broken down body? If you treat your body with respect, you can slow down the aging process. We are meant to live a lot longer than we do. Pull your inner weeds. Cultivate kindness in your life. Love your fellow man. Your mind will love this. The weeds of anger and hate can choke the mind. These weeds are harmful to your heart. The more kindness you discover, your life will be in more harmony. Kindness is the building blocks of life. The entire universe is built on kindness. Kindness is our true nature. Your heart will change when you are kind. Have you ever seen someone who has an angry heart? They are an angry person. They don't care about their fellow man. Many top politicians have angry hearts. They only serve their own. They paid lip service to get elected. Their lives become quite toxic. They can't compromise or get anything done. Personally, I think we all need to dive inside our hearts and really start to change for the better. Only you can solve this puzzle of life. Only you can keep your heart alive. All the world's problems can be solved with a kind heart. Maybe that's why we are called a kind man or mankind. Somehow, deep within our awareness, we know our true nature. We have simply forgotten. We all have tender hearts. Somehow, along the way, we have lost awareness of it. Ponder this over. Is there some truth to this? Can you solve this puzzle? The world needs your missing piece. Leave a legacy behind you. Your actions in life define your legacy. Kindness is a good legacy to leave behind you. Your money and earthly treasures will disappear into the night. People will hold on to your memories. They will hold them in their minds. Live each day in gratitude. Treat your fellow man with respect. Love your neighbor. Cultivate tolerance in your life. Have patience with others. These are traits of a legacy that you should leave behind. We come into this world, and in a flash, we leave this world. It's a blinking of an eye for God. We get so lost in our ways. We get lost in our egos and become so unkind. Look at our president today, mocking the world. To me, it represents everything I don't want to embrace. The anger, hatred, mocking, dividing us. I feel that humanity needs to soften itself. We need the water of life to turn us into smooth stones. We are rigid in our ways. We are off course. We have forgotten our true nature. It's amazing to me that if only humanity would only look within, we can solve the mysteries of life. We can create peace on earth. is dependent on you and me. Each one of us has a piece of the puzzle. The piece doesn't need converting. There's no conversion to God. Your piece of the puzzle is a piece of God within you. What kind of legacy can you leave if you realize this? This is probably the greatest gift you can leave for your fellow man. In that state, you have no boastful words to say. You simply smile at life. You have nothing to prove. This is what the wise masters in the past were like. This state of awareness exists inside of you. This is your true nature. It is yours to be discovered. Me in your heart. This is what God would say. You have free will. You can do what you want. It's kind of sad that God lies inside of a man. Yet we think that God exists outside of yourself. God is whispering, let me in your heart. I'm always with you. I'm always by your side. You are never alone. I'm so close, you can touch me. You and I are one. You see, you are never created, nor destroyed. You are eternal. You are timeless. Before this earth was created, you existed. Before this universe was created, you existed. You are ageless. We have been a family forever. There's only dust on your mirror. This is why you can't see. Clean the inner mirror inside of you. If you do, you will see your true nature. You are kind. You are full of love and compassion. You are patient and full of tolerance. This is your true nature, my friend. Anger and hate aren't part of you. Somehow they entered your door. You can tell them to leave. You have the right to kick them out of your house. Look at the world today. Anger and hate is all around. Yet the light inside will dispel the darkness. Millions of people all around the world are discovering the light inside. This light is shining all around the world. Darkness is slowly disappearing. Now I said slowly, but it is disappearing. You are the precious piece of the puzzle. Every human on earth is a piece of the puzzle. All you have to do is to find the jewel inside of you. Yes, it takes effort, but you can do it. Let me in your heart. Let the light shine within. You are a lighthouse. That's your true nature. You were made to shine the light to this world. The lighthouse simply shines. It leads the ships to safety. It doesn't boast or have a huge ego. It simply shines. Many a ship has been saved by the light. The lighthouse really doesn't know that fact. The lighthouse just shines. You see, the light saves people from darkness and keeps them safe during a storm. The light we shine on the world, we will never know how it affects the world at large. The more people light the light within, the more darkness will disappear. You see, darkness is simply the absence of light. When you turn on a lamp in a room, the darkness disappears. It's as simple as that. Peace can happen on this earth. Peace begins with you. You have to light the candle within. You have the inner matches. You have the inner candle. All it takes for you to light the match. All the great masters have told this story in some fashion or another. Christ said, the kingdom of heaven lies within. Buddha talked about discovering the inner jewel. The fact is, something incredible exists inside of you. Is this inspiring or just words? Do you have any interest in discovering this treasure? Look, I'm not preaching to you. I'm not saying believe in this or you will go to hell. I'm not trying to convert you. There is nothing to convert to. This is your true nature. I really have nothing to prove. The experience really doesn't need any proving. It just is. You are eternal. You are timeless. You were never created, nor will you ever die. Your body will, yet your essence never will. God does not judge you. You have free will. It's only by your free will that the candle can be lit. Nobody's going to force you to light the candle. You're not going to hell if you don't. First of all, hell doesn't exist. Second, if it does exist, it's a state of mind. All we are saying is your true nature is kind. You are full of love and compassion. You are full of patience and tolerance. This is your true nature. You are the universe. You just don't know it. Ponder this over. You are a piece of the puzzle. Let the light shine within. We are walking in the world of mystery. Yet, most of the time, we are oblivious of it. We are driving around with our cell phones in our hands. Signpost of God is everywhere. Yet we barely see the road ahead of us. We are so concerned about the text we just received. The president just treated something in his mind. Thousands of birds are flying in the sky. Sweet songs of honking fill the air. What a magnificent sight. Such beauty in motion. Where are we? Lost in our phones. Look, I'm all for technology. I've been in it my entire adult life. But sometimes we have added an extra layer between us and our true nature. We have created more distance between us and God. Is that text message really more important than life itself? You are missing out on the mysteries of life. We are wearing tinted glasses. We think we know it. Don't bother me. I know everything. The wise man simply smiles. He has nothing to convince. The sun in the sky just shines. The wise man just shines. The lighthouse in the sea just shines a light to save us from harm. It shows the way to the harbor. The wise man does the same thing. I'm not trying to criticize you. I'm trying to show you that you can keep your technology, yet at the same time discover your true nature. You can discover the mysteries of life. You can solve this precious puzzle. You can help this world finally find peace. Ponder this over. You are never alone. Wow, I wish I could believe that. I feel all alone. Where are they? That's a good question. Mankind has been looking in the wrong direction. Signpost is all around, yet we can't see them. God is hiding inside of your heart. This is the greatest game in the universe. You are the universe. You just don't know it. All of that lies inside of you. It's somehow we have forgotten our true nature. These sayings or poems hopefully will remind you you have free will. We are not trying to convince or convert you. If you are the universe, do you think you need converting? We simply are here to remind you of your true nature. Hasn't humanity suffered enough? Humanity is waking up from their slumber. It's been thousands of years we have slept in. War, anger, and greed have been built on this land. Kindness, love, and compassion will be the new norms. You will look into the eyes of others and see a reflection of yourself. You will be aware and conscious that you are never alone. Humanity will discover their piece of the puzzle. The puzzle of life will be put together again. The dawning of man is coming. The sun is arising within. In a few hours, the sun will be shining everywhere. All the great masters talk about a new dawning of man. You have free will. You can't sit on the fence any longer. What do you choose, war or peace? Only you can make that decision. Ponder this over. You are a piece of this precious puzzle. You are never alone. You are on my mind. When I was young, I knew that God existed inside of me. I knew the light and music existed inside of me. Yet, I didn't know how to tap into it. It was kind of frustrating. You have instincts that are true, yet you can't see. Signposts of God all around. I just didn't see them. Maybe when we know that we are looking for God, God appears. This is a hide-and-seek game. I feel blessed that my wanderings led me to go inside. I discovered meditation quite young. It was around 47 years ago. That was the turning point in my life. I knew the direction to turn. Many mistakes are learned about this journey of life. 2 steps forward, 1 step backward. Small baby steps, day by day, moment by moment. You are on my mind. You are a part of my life. I'm not alone. What a saving grace. I feel guided and protected. I am grateful. The greatest way to help humanity is by changing yourself. One smile to someone in need to lighten up their world. We are all in the same boat together. We are sailing home. Ponder this over. You are a piece of this puzzle. You can learn how to discover your true nature. The world needs it. You can solve this puzzle. The dawning of man is here. You are you. Who are you? When you look into the mirror, what do you see? The external mirror will reveal your face. Ah, that's who I am. But who were you before your grandfather was born? Your father and mother didn't exist. You are you. You are infinite. You were never created, nor will you ever Yet we think, I'm only this body. You are the universe. You just don't know it. I say that a lot. I say that because it's the truth. You are quantum energy. You are beyond time and space. This human vessel is hardwired to find God. God custom designed you. Your DNA contains the blueprint of God. Signpost of God exists inside and outside of you. The more you have the intent to find God, you win. God exists inside of you. Lo and behold, the kingdom of heaven exists inside of you. All the great masters have said the same thing. You are a piece of the puzzle. You are precious. You are never alone. It may seem that way. Open the inner door and start your inner journey. All it takes is consciousness and awareness. Day by day, the seed grows. Pull your inner weeds such as anger, greed, and hate. Water your soil daily. Meditate and pray. Ponder this over. You are you. You can do it. You can discover your true nature. You are never alone. You are the universe. You just don't know it. You are kind. You are full of love. You have compassion. You have patience. You have tolerance. You are playful. You are curious. You are wise. You are considerate. You are thoughtful. You are infinite. All of this and more is your true nature. You are beyond time and space. You can do it. You can wake up from your slumber you have slept in. Now is the time to wake up. Your nightmares are over. The sun is arising in the sky. A new dawn for mankind is here. A kind man is waking up. What is greater than that? You wake up peaceful. Your grouchy nature is gone. You are alive. What could be more precious than that? Wow, I'm alive. Ponder this over. What a miracle lies inside of us. You are the universe. You just don't know it. You can solve this puzzle.
These precious words, well, they are precious to me. These sayings have many riddles and pieces of the puzzle to solve. They are meant to put salt into your food. They are meant to create a thirst to discover your true nature. You are the universe. You just don't know. Your nature is kind. You are eternal. You have always existed. Yet, we are alone. At times we feel helpless. Well, help is on the way. Here's a toast for you to dive within your heart to discover your true nature. You can solve this riddle. We come into this world with a carrot on the stick. We are looking for happiness all over the place. We think if only I had this and this, I would be happy. We are never completely satisfied. We may get that brand new car, yet years later, we junk the car. Everything changes. Nothing remains the same. So where is the true carrot? Does it even exist? Is this pursuing happiness a joke on us? Are we our own worst enemies in finding our true selves? The masters have said, discover your true nature by looking in the mirror within. Remember, only you can solve this puzzle. Family and friends. What can I say about family and friends? They are a lifeline for the soul. There is a thread of love tying us all together. In these chaotic times, hold on to family and friends. Treat them with respect. We are all different flowers on this journey in life. Yes, even wildflowers are beautiful. Each one of us is created by the power of love. Unfortunately, we currently have strayed from our true nature. So many people are so angry. That is their state of being. Did you know that cancer is angry cells? When you get angry, you are drinking your own poison. So many families and friends won't talk to each other due to being angry. When a person is angry, he loses discrimination and tolerance towards each other. Look at the current political situation, for example. A wise man takes a daily shower into the inner silence. The mind slows down. The inner shower cleanses the mind, body, and soul. In that state, one sees the thread of love between family and friends. Instead of being in a state of anger, hatred, and intolerance, one becomes full of love, compassion, and kindness. This world would be in a better place if we were all kind to each other. It's so true. If we want peace on earth, you are the missing piece of the puzzle. Missing piece of the puzzle. When we hear about peace on earth, do you know that you are a piece of the puzzle? You are not excluded from this equation. You are part and parcel for this to occur. The faster we change our awareness from hatred to kindness, the better off we will be. It's our full responsibility to solve this great mystery. Only through kindness can we reach the goal. Anger and hatred have been around for thousands of years. They have never solved any problems. They have just been putting gasoline on the fire. They have just stoked the fire. It seems like there's a forest fire of chaos around the world. Only you can put out your internal fire. That's why you are a missing piece of the puzzle. You are vital for the world to be in peace. What can you do to help solve this riddle?
Recently, I read an incredible article which describes the nature of consciousness. It was talking about a term called panpsychism. During the 1920s, Bertrand Russell came up with this term. It's kind of like, what came first, the chicken or the egg? What comes first, a human body or mind? Or is there awareness beyond that? Is the universe aware and consciousness? Is there a conscious quantum soup of consciousness? Does a rock or a flower aware? Does consciousness require a form? How big or how small can the form be to be aware? Is dark matter aware? Is the sun in the sky aware? What denotes awareness? Some people think, which I also do, that the foundation of the universe is consciousness. The entire universe is aware. Before the Big Bang, consciousness existed. This is not the first time a universe was created, nor will be the last time. Like the incoming of breath and the outflow of breath, the universe comes and goes. Granted, it takes billions of years, but still, that is a blink of an eye for eternity. In this article, it described that even particles are alive and aware. These are part of a cosmic soup where everything is tied together. The entire universe is comprised of this soup. Imagine making a homemade soup. You blend it all together and combine milk or cream. Your family loves it. Now you can't take out a single ingredient. You can't. In the same way, there's a universal soup of consciousness which we are part of. It is quantum. It is beyond time and space. We always think in linear fashion. In the quantum world, the past, present, and future are melded together. There is a whole set of chaotic laws that we can't even conceive. Man thinks that by using logic that they can understand the quantum soup, but it's beyond logic and rational thinking. Personally, I think the great mystics got a piece of the puzzle. Not the entire puzzle, but a piece of the puzzle contains the whole puzzle. It's like a hologram. A small piece contains the entire piece of the puzzle. What if a person who meditates can be in a place where they are receptive to the inner light inside? Imagine this light is the same light as the quantum universe. Everything is a part of this light. E equals mc squared. Everything is energy and light. Everything is alive and aware. Maybe, just maybe, a meditator can see and feel the quantumness of the universe. Maybe the laboratory of life exists inside of us. Maybe we are created to find and discover this inside of ourselves. Personally, I think we're in the beginning stages of development. While we still are babies in emotional development, we still fight and war with each other. We use our precious discoveries of the universe to make atomic bombs. We have a president who tweets, "My button is bigger than your button." A thin thread is holding a knife over our heads, and we are oblivious to it. I have great hope for the future. I feel that scientists and the world inside will lead the way for humanity. Just think, when a scientist truly begins to open the door inside, they will begin to operate at a deeper level. They can embark on the scientific discoveries of the inner and the outer. Both of them will lead to the same place. Life is a mystery. Both the scientists and the mystic are embarking on an incredible journey. The light particles that a mystic sees are the same light particles that a scientist uses in CERN, Switzerland. Both of them are in different laboratories. One is outer and the other is inner. Personally, I think the mystic has an advantage. The human body is wired for this experiment. The human body has 5 senses, which there are 5 internal senses within. The human being can learn how to become aware of the consciousness of the universe. A human being is hardwired for this experience. Yet most of the time, the car is sitting in the garage. The garage door needs to be opened, and you must back out the car and take it for the spin. Humanity is just beginning to understand to open up the garage door within. When they do, scientists will go in another completely different level. There, the universe can show humanity gifts we can never imagine. You see, without kindness, the universe will only show you so much. It'll be like handing a small child an atomic bomb. They wouldn't know the damage what it could do. We are in that state. Without humanity becoming a kind man, we will never progress to our true potential. You see, the universe is kind and aware. The universe is love and compassion. Become like the mystic and discover your true nature. You are the universe. You just don't know it.
I have studied meditation for fun for a very long time. I have learned the following. Just like we have 5 external senses to be in this world, we have 5 internal senses to be in God's world. The kingdom of heaven is within. We are born to be hardwired with God. There is so much of God just contained in our DNA. We were created to experience so much more than what we have. Our car is just sitting in the garage. All the great masters have said, go within. Use your internal senses and experience God. There's a light to see. This light is pure love. Listen to the ringing in your ears. This will help start your journey. Be your breath. Feel the power of love. The universe is behind your breath. This is not just some theory. Millions of people are experiencing this in this moment. You can solve this puzzle. Open up your eyes. Theory versus practical. On this journey of life, you can have your theory done perfectly. You can memorize the great scriptures. You can quote them from heart. You know God's lies. Yet without practicing what you preach, you're like a parrot. Your words have no true meaning. The journey to find God is a practical path. It takes tremendous work. That's why they are called light workers. Each and every moment, you have to be aware. You must conquer your fears. You must drop your negative emotions. This is not easy. The rewards are great. Peace of mind. We are here to encourage you. Only you can solve this puzzle. The Buddhists have a book called Crystal Clear. This book is a sacred doctrine. They decided to release this book to the West. The story goes the techniques are so simple that no one will believe them. Isn't that amazing? It involves concentration on your breath. Each and every moment we breathe. Behind our breath is a power that keeps the universe alive. Yet, it's too simple. Many people just say, it can't be that way. Well, for them, it's true. If you say it's too simple, you will never look within. You can solve this puzzle. Concentrate upon your breath moment by moment. The universe will become alive. There are signposts of God everywhere. No matter where you go, God is there. He even knows what you are thinking. Oh, how can God know me? He has so many more important things to maintain. The power of love knows you more than you know yourself. It knows your true essence. At times when you're driving, put your cell phone down. Just enjoy the ride. Take time to relax on this journey. The more you pay attention inside, the more signposts of God will appear in your life. You will see the universe is alive. There are signposts of God everywhere. You can solve this puzzle. Does life throw you a curveball? We are all in the game of life. We are playing the game. We have a coach that is God. He is on the sidelines. He is rooting for us. Unfortunately, we don't know that he is there. Life throws us a curveball and we go into a tizzy. The great masters of the past taught how to hit a home run when a curveball is thrown. We must go within and find the inner coach. It's always been there. We have free choice to open the door or have the door remain shut. Ponder the meaning behind the words. We are all one tribe. We are all human beings. We may have different skin colors, yet our blood is red. We are all united by a thread of love. The same life force that is keeping me alive is keeping you alive. In fact, we are the universe. We just don't know it. This is how far off track we have gone. For thousands of years, man has been fighting with each other. We still haven't learned our lessons. War is obsolete. War is from the past. We don't realize that we are shooting ourselves in the foot. Your so-called enemy, in reality, is a part of yourself. Remember, you are a part of the universe. You are fighting with yourself. I know it doesn't make sense, but talk to a scientist today. They believe in quantum energy. There is an energy that is beyond time and space. You and all of life is part of this energy. You were never created, nor will you ever die. Your body will, yet your true essence will never die. The reason why we think man is different is that we don't see the unity of life. We have become lost and think we are found.
We think we have all the answers. Our ego gets in the way. Your ego needs to be tamed. Look at what happens currently when we have a president whose ego is out of control. Need I say more? The ancient one said that mastering the mind and ego is the most difficult thing to do. They were correct. If each one of us truly did this, there would be peace on earth. Yes, there still would be conflicts, but there would be peaceful conflicts. Big difference between peace and war. Today we have external wars of hate and anger, and internal wars of hate and anger. All wars stem from the internal. Our egos and our thoughts and emotions lead us to war. Our ego and hate leads us astray. We only see the differences in man. We don't see the unity of man. We are all one tribe. Ponder this over. You are a piece of the puzzle. Our days here are numbered. Many ancient cultures say we come into this world with so many breaths. Moment by moment we breathe, breath by breath. Each breath gives us life. Each breath is one more towards death. Isn't that a paradox? Life and death in the same moment. Mystics have tried to solve this puzzle for thousands of years. Are life and death a cycle of life? We are born, we are created, we live our life. Our life is preserved. Ultimately, at the end of the journey, we die. Yet our soul never dies. We are the universe. We just don't know it. Does that excite you? Or, yeah, right. What have you been smoking? Now, I'm not the first person to say this. I'm a student of life. All the great masters have talked about the same thing. You have a piece of the puzzle of life inside of you. The goal is to find the piece of the puzzle. When you do, you will answer this riddle. Life is not mundane. Our attitude is. And each and every moment, the universe is keeping you alive. You can tap into this inside of you. When you do, even for a second, your life will change. You will slowly wake up from your slumber. Notice I said slowly. The universe works in a slow manner. We are impatient. The universe is patient. We can learn ever so much by going inside. There are literally thousands of documents describing the benefits of looking inside. The signpost is everywhere. We just need to go beyond our ego at times. We need to look outside of the box for answers. You can solve this riddle. Our days here are numbered. Out of control. For so many humans, we live our lives out of control. It seems like somewhere along the way, we get really lost in life. Maybe we get bored. We can't quite pinpoint it. Somehow, we live destructive lives. I once had a friend who was super smart. He got involved in drugs at a young age. He cleaned up his life for a while. He even got a paid scholarship to Oxford and became a teacher. He lived a clean life for many years. Unfortunately, it didn't last forever. He died using heroin. To me, I feel sorry to hear stories like this. There are thousands of people dying today using opioids. It's an epidemic in our society. Why are so many people's lives out of control? There's so much pain in people's hearts today. They're standing in water up to their necks. They're struggling in life. We need to help them. We need to inspire them. This human life is ever so precious. Yet, at times, we are in the dumps of life. I know, I've been there. At times, it feels like life is caving in on you. I've been meditating for many moons, but life still throws curveballs. Life seems to temper you like fire and steel. This process makes steel stronger. I pray that every one of you will find the true strength inside. We can help and inspire each other. We are all in the same boat in life. Let's make this journey of life be filled with kindness. Let's help to uplift our fellow man. Hopefully, these sayings or poems can help you. They are meant to inspire you. They are meant to lift you out. They are meant for you to think outside of the box. They are meant for you to find the precious jewel inside. This jewel is your true essence. You came down from heaven to discover the jewel within. Christ's famous words were, "Lo and behold, the kingdom of heaven lies within." This is a practical path. This path leads one to find the harmony in life. Once life becomes in control, your life becomes stable. Your mind is at peace. You smile at life. You are kind. You love your fellow man. These are the gifts you discover inside of you. You become more mellow. Your words don't put bonfires on life. Your words put water on the bonfires. You become compassionate and full of tolerance. This is your true state. You are the piece of the puzzle. Discover your true nature. Peace on earth is possible. You may say it's impossible. How could that ever happen? Such childish nonsense. Yet, for thousands of years, man has dreamed about peace on earth. It will happen. Dreams do come true. Man will overcome his follies. We don't need to play the same song over and over. More and more. There is a way out for all this madness. We need another way. Anger and hate do not serve us. It has only put more gasoline on the fire of life. Your true nature is kindness. You may be a bully, yet deep down inside, kindness exists. Even the leaders of our countries have kindness deep down inside of them. The universe is kind. We just have dust covering the mirror of life. You are a piece of the puzzle. Your piece is ever so precious. Your life will be peaceful when you pull the weeds within. Imagine walking around with a huge ball of iron around your neck. Peace comes when you take the iron ball off your neck. You don't need it. It is weighing you down. For some reason, we think it's natural to hold on for dear life. We have to prove yourself to ourselves and others. We have to prove our point of view. We have to defend ourselves. We don't tolerate people with different ideas from ours. At times, we love the human drama. We love hearing rumors about other people. We have lost sight of our true nature, yet we don't even know it. We go on our ways without even pondering where we're going. We need to stop in our tracks and ask ourselves, where am I going? Is there something I'm missing inside? My life is running on empty. Is there a gas station in life? How do I get filled up? If peace will come to earth, what is my role? All of us need to change in order for peace to come on earth. You don't need to change your religion. You just need to change your mindset in life. Practice kindness moment by moment. Practice love and compassion moment by moment. Practice tolerance moment by moment. If we all do this, the world will be changed. Peace will exist on this earth. Ponder this over. Peace on earth is possible. Pure love and gratitude. That's the attitude we need for life. Somewhere along the way, we get lost. we are more cynical about life. At times, we are swimming upstream, going against the current of life. At times, we are barely treading water. We fall off the boat of life without a life jacket. When one discovers pure love and gratitude inside, your life will change for the better. There will always be bumps in the road, yet love and gratitude are shock absorbers. You will still hit the bump, but your road in life will be smoother. Gratitude and love makes the day truly shine. Both of these are essential for discovering your true nature. It's like a magic elixir. You drink it, and slowly over time, your troubles melt away. Your true nature rises to the surface. It's like the cream rises to the top of the milk. You are the universe. You just don't know it. We are all one. When you truly have this understanding, your life will change forever. You will truly smile with life. You will have nothing to prove. You will want to help your fellow man. All the great masters from the past discovered their true nature. All the great books talk about your true nature. Pure love and gratitude is the key. This key can open up your heart. We have been looking externally to find true love and gratitude. It's been there all the time. We have simply looked in the wrong direction. It's that simple. Did you know that pure love and gratitude grows more every day? The source is infinite. There are infinite love and gratitude in the air. We are like the bee gathering nectar from the flower of life. Each day we go inside, we are gathering nectar of love and gratitude. It makes us wiser and humble in life. We can feel the grace of God in our life. We can, moment by moment, experience God's presence. This journey is eternal. Ponder this over. You are a piece of the puzzle in life. You can solve this mystery. Redemption is the act of being saved from sin. Sin means to miss the mark in life. Imagine a person shooting an arrow. Sin is the person not hitting the bullseye. Redemption is our effort to make a right, wrong, right. Redemption is learning from our mistakes and not making them again. Mind you, this takes time. This is a journey in life. We have a rough diamond inside. Redemption is the art of cleaning the precious diamond so it will shine to all. We all have free will. The universe does not judge us. God does not judge us. There is no hell except for our state of mind. You are the universe. You just don't know it. True redemption is discovering your true nature moment by moment. Speed bumps will come your way in life. That's part of the journey. How would it be a journey if everything was smooth sailing? Can you imagine that anyone can redeem themselves over time? Milarepa, a famous Buddhist monk, was once a sorcerer and killed an entire village. Yet he became Tibet's greatest yogi. The universe allows us to make great mistakes and yet learn from them. It doesn't say, "I'm sorry, mister, you blew it." Man is always learning and growing if he wants. Sometimes grave mistakes will wake the person up. The person wants to be redeemed. Slowly, over time, he goes from a caterpillar to a cocoon to a butterfly. Slowly, we develop traits of the universe. Anger and hatred are things of the past. We embrace kindness. We embrace love and compassion. We embrace patience and tolerance. Our life changes for the better. This is true redemption. We save ourselves. We wake up from our slumber. Ponder this over. You can solve this puzzle.
You are the missing piece of the puzzle. You are the missing piece of the puzzle. I know, I said this countless times. Your eyes are probably rolling. Yet, it is true. You are the universe. You just don't know it. Another drum roll, please. There's a hidden jewel that exists within. I have never seen a jewel when I close my eyes. If thy eye be single, thy whole body shall be filled with light. I'm not a cyclops. Where'd you get that one? The Bible. You are hardwired and have the necessary software to discover your true nature. What in the world are you talking about? Ponder this over. It has great meanings.
Life is more than you think it is. We are skimming the surface of life. Imagine we are birds flying inches over the ocean. We think we totally understand the vast ocean of life. We have all the answers. Nobody can tell us any wisdom. I know what is going on. Who do you think you are? Yet, we are skimming the surface in life. We were meant to dive deep into the ocean and discover our true nature. Our true nature comes from the ocean of life. True wisdom comes from the ocean. The ocean is pure kindness and bliss. The ocean is pure love and compassion. The ocean is pure patience and tolerance. You are the vast ocean. So we are just skimming the ocean. We are just flying inches above the water. We feel at times so alone. We get angry and frustrated. At times our heart is full of hate. We lash out at our fellow man. We fight one another. Wars break out. What in the world is going on? We have spun the same record over and over again. Yes, life is more than we think it is. Why are we so stubborn? What exists inside of us that refuses to acknowledge that we are the ocean? Don't tell me what to do. Listen, we are only given helpful advice, no more and no less. We see your pain. We're only saying you can take steps to get out of your pain. You are your own master. Only you can help yourself. Nobody can walk this path for you. All we are saying is you have a dusty mare. Wipe off the dust, and then you will see who you truly are. Life is more than you think it is. Ponder this over. You can solve this puzzle. I'm living the dream. Wow, I'm alive. Behind my breath lies the source of life. This source is my true nature. This source is your true nature. The entire universe is united. We have simply placed blinders over our eyes. Is this life a dream? We come into this world from God. It's slowly over time. We think this world is real, while we forget who we truly are. We get spiritual amnesia. We forget our true nature. No wonder we get frustrated in life. At times, just living the dream isn't enough. Deep down inside, we know there's something greater to be discovered. Unfortunately, we use alcohol and drugs to try to quench our dissatisfaction in life. They will only mask the problem. Look, I'm not saying drinking alcohol is wrong. I'm just saying, look at the reason why you are drinking it. If you are celebrating an event, by all means, give a toast to life. Unfortunately, I had friends in the past who drank 2 6-packs of beer a day. Unfortunately, some of my friends passed away a long time ago. Imagine this life is like a movie theater. We watch the movie and get totally sucked into it. All our emotions get involved. It's a roller coaster of emotions. Yet, have we ever turned around and seen the projector flashing light upon the screen. In the East, the Indians call this Maya. Maya translates to a dream in English. This light is the dream. We think it is so real. What happens when you go to a movie theater? The movie has ended. Credits start to roll. You get up and walk out of the movie theater. In the same way, we are sitting in the theater of life. We are watching the movie. Someday, the movie will end. The credits will roll. We will then walk away from the theater of life. Ponder this over. You can solve this puzzle. Love is that way. Love is kind. Love is unlimited. Love is never created nor destroyed. Your true nature is love. This is your true essence. The universe was created by love. You were created by love. This is the greatest mystery in the universe. Love exists inside of you. Yet, we only get fleeting glimpses of it. This is why all the great masters set to discover the jewel within your being. Unfortunately, we are human doers, while we should be human beings. A human being is being in a state of love. A human being is conscious of the love that exists inside. It's like tapping a well of love inside of you. The water of love flows to the surface. You then can drink the precious water. Over time, you become love. This is the great puzzle of life. You are a piece of this puzzle. A puzzle wouldn't exist without your piece. This is how significant you are. All the angels are rooting you on. They can't play the game for you, but they are in the grandstands watching you play the game of life. They love you. You are part of them. You are family. Remember when as a kid your parents would watch your sporting events? Well, God and His family is watching you in this game of life. You are never alone. Signposts of God are everywhere. You have a tendency not to see them. This is why we tell you to learn how to meditate. Slowly, over time, you'll begin to see them. Love is that way. The more you pay attention to the love inside, the more love pays attention to you. You become what you pay attention to. A person who pays attention to the love within, over time becomes love. Yes, it takes work. Yes, it takes effort. It's not an easy ride. But the fruits are to discover your true nature. The fruits are to solve this riddle of life. Ponder this over. Love is the way. Making friends with dragons. Did you know that in the East, the young kids would make friends with dragons. Mind you, this was a long time ago. Now in the West, dragons were considered hateful creatures. They hoarded their gold and killed many people. In the East, dragons were considered wise creatures. They lived thousands of years. They understood the great treasures of life. The dragons knew the great secrets of the universe. They knew that the universe was kind. They became one with kindness. They knew the universe was love and compassion. They became one with love and compassion. They knew that the universe was patient and full of tolerance. They became one with patience and tolerance. All the universe was, they became. You see, not only humans can find God. The dragons meditated for thousands of years. They had the same problems we do. Just look at the Western dragons. They were hoarding external treasures, yet they never found the treasures within. They fought with one another. They had the same miserable problems we had. Some bold dragons left the West and decided to move to the East. They went higher into the mountains and began to meditate. Thank God they were fire dragons. It was freezing up there. They lived in caves. For thousands of years, they meditated. Over time, they discovered their true nature. Over time, word got out about these magnificent dragons. Children would flock to the entrance of the caves and ask, "Could you please come and play with us?" Who could resist the calling of children? Slowly, the dragons came out. They became friends. The dragons taught them the mysteries of life. One of the students was Latsu. He eventually became a great master. He understood the great secrets of the universe. His wisdom is still alive today. In China today, the dragon is still revered. The dragon helped man to discover his true nature. You see, back then, and even today, man is lost. He has yet to find his way. Anyway, going back to the story. Because the dragons lived for thousands of years, they trained hundreds of generations. These young children grew up and died learning about their true nature. Harmony was around. You could say this was the first golden age. Man lived in harmony with nature. Man lived in harmony with the universe. Imagine the universe is playing an incredible song, and man was in harmony with this song. We knew we weren't alone. We knew we were a piece of the puzzle. There I am with that piece of puzzle again. But the dragons showed us how to discover this piece of the puzzle inside of us. What could be more incredible than that? The dragons still exist today. They left this world many moons ago, yet they exist inside of your heart. Ponder this over. The dragons are your true friends.
alchemy at its finest. This is alchemy at its finest. Imagine 2 drops, one female, one male. One drop drips down, one drop drips up. They both merge together in the heart. A great union just occurred. This takes place every time one goes to sleep. You enter the quantum field. You enter the state of emptiness, yet you are not conscious of it. During sexual union, that bliss you experience is coming directly from emptiness. Emptiness contains infinite bliss. When you die, one experiences this blissful state of awareness. The wise men of old daily practice this. It is said that over time, all your negative traits will disappear into the wind. This is pure alchemy at its finest. It takes one from darkness to light. This is your true essence. The sun is always shining inside of you. We have put dark clouds that have covered the inner sun. His human body and mind are magnificent. Your true state of mind is purer than any gold. Yet, in our current condition, we have lost sight of our purity. We have all the tools we need inside of us. We just need to gather our will and do something about it. Apathy and lack of willpower will never solve our problems. One must have great motivation to solve this puzzle. You were born to discover your true nature. Yes, it is elusive. That's why I call it the video game of life. When one understands there's a grand video game being played, and you are the star, hopefully one might get motivated. Whether you like it or not, the video game of life is all around you. Life will throw you curveballs. Why? One can learn how to hit the curveballs out of the park. Maya. I first encountered this word in India 50 years ago. It means illusion. Illusion means the appearance may seem real, but in reality, they are not. Modern day scientists and the wise men of old are talking about the same thing. The whole world is an illusion. When I was 18 years old, I read the autobiography of a yogi. One of my favorite parts was when Yogananda went to a movie theater. The audience was captured by the movie. Yet what was causing the movie to be a movie? There was a projector sending lights which hit the screen and created the illusion of a movie. Well, the wise men of old said the same thing about this world and the universe. Quantum scientists have come to the same conclusion. Yet despite this, we're still living in the Newtonian era. We focus only on the external. A wise man focuses on both the external and internal. Humanity sees only 1% of the light spectrum when looking external. There is so much more. We have the hardware, software, and operating system to see the source of all. Maya is sometimes defined as a web of illusion. Mankind gets trapped in it. Mind you, we don't even think we are trapped. That's called the ultimate delusion. We are so trapped that when someone says we are trapped, we simply roll our eyes. somehow we are living in a state of apathy and are quite content with it. Today, fiction is truth and truth is fiction. As a nation, we aren't in uproar about this. We are complacent. By bending the truth, it has become the norm. When morals and ethics go out the door in everyday life, the world will become more chaotic. Chaos comes from a mind that has no discipline. A disciplined mind is a mind that is in harmony. To go beyond this illusion is the purpose of life. You can solve this puzzle. The sugar cube. How's this for an ultimate Maya or illusion? According to the Institute of Physics, the atom is 99.9999999% empty space. Wow! If you remove the empty space from all the atoms of all people, the entire human race could fit in the volume of a sugar cube. I don't know about you, but that blows my mind. What do you think? What we think is solid is mostly empty space. Yet according to our senses, the world around us is solid, which it is to some point. Yet quantum scientists know the world as we know it is mostly empty space. I first heard the concept of being empty over 50 years ago. To tell you the truth, I really didn't like the idea. The universe that was empty or void was something I didn't like. Yet 50 years later, my understanding of emptiness has changed dramatically. In emptiness lies supreme bliss, love, and compassion. From these divine qualities, all of creation comes. The ancient yogi would say, Sat Chit Anand. Truth is the consciousness of bliss. The seen and unseen worlds all stem from this plane of existence. Both the ancient ones and quantum scientists are both talking about the same thing. The divine sugar cube lies inside of you. You have the capability to dissolve this sugar cube and solve this precious puzzle. It's by your will and determination can you solve this puzzle. When you have that kind of conviction, synchronicities will happen to you. The universe will start opening up your inner doors within. This is an endless journey. It will never end. You have been around since the dawn of creation, and even eons before that. Yet, we are texting on the freeway of life. We are oblivious of our true nature. That, my friend, is called Maya. We see only 1% of the light spectrum and think that's reality. Many animals have senses more developed than we do. Yet we have the hardware, software, and operating system in place. We just haven't turned the computer on. Our subconscious mind is running the show. We are playing the same tapes over and over again. The world is in chaos, and we don't seem to mind it too much. Adios, senor. Did you know that the Tibetan lamas can leave their bodies consciously upon death? Mind you, not all of them. Lama Glenn Bullock said that 15 out of 20 of his teachers have left the body that way. Imagine knowing your time is up. You sit in meditation. They have a special technique they have practiced for years. In essence, they enter the quantum state of mind. All systems shut down naturally, and they are consciously aware. Unlike most of us, we are oblivious to this process. They use the same process every day when going to sleep. They become aware and consciously drifting off to sleep. Most of us are totally unaware of the process. We are oblivious of natural laws that all sentient beings are in alignment with. Yet we are oblivious. The body and mind follows universal laws when it comes to sleep and death. Each night when you go to sleep, one enters the deathless state. The kicker is one not being aware of it. Meditation helps brings one's awareness to this state of mind. Before creation, this emptiness was there. It is kindness, love, and compassion. One can learn to cultivate this while you are alive. It's like a tuning fork. Whatever it touches, it vibrates at that frequency. When the mind touches kindness, bliss, love, and compassion, it vibrates at that frequency. Imagine an infinite force field that exists. It is also inside of you. This is your true nature. You are the universe. You just don't know it. The hardware, software, and operating systems have been there since your birth. Maybe it's a good idea to learn how to turn it off. This is a practical piece to solve. As I said many times before, the spiritual path is the most practical path.
You are Stardust. Hi, kids. Let's gather around the campfire. Wow, look at the millions of stars in the sky. Did you know that you are Stardust? You came from the stars. Here's the kicker. You are the universe. You just don't know it. Your true nature is kindness. Your true nature is love and compassion. This story begins a long time ago. In fact, millions of years ago. Imagine there was a planet much like Earth. They went through the same craziness that man has gone through. War was rampant throughout the land. Quite frankly, people were good, but the leaders, not so good. They were only interested in power and greed. Yet, your true nature is kindness. Life is like a grand hide-and-seek game. In order for the civilization to truly mature, they must discover the diamond inside. Only by discovering kindness inside will you truly be kind in your life. You can be highly advanced in technology, but if you don't get along with others, you're missing the point in life. Did you know that it takes around 1 million years for an entire civilization to go from darkness to light? That's a long time. Yet in the end, heaven truly comes to earth. Imagine a world where everyone gets along with each other. Imagine being in school and there are no bullies. Nobody will ever pick on you or call you names. This is gone from the culture a long time ago. You see, the kids and adults could literally see the web of all life tying us all together. This web is true love. They had an interesting way to teach one another. They didn't have desks all lined up in rows. The teacher was teaching ahead of the classroom. They taught in nature under a huge tree. There's a huge circle where the kids would sit around. The teacher would slowly teach and walk around the circle. Each day, the kids would move to a different part of the circle, so they would sit beside someone different. This helped prevent cliques. The children loved to learn. They were highly advanced. Can you imagine that every kid knew he was the universe and knew it from experience? She was the sun, moon, and stars walking around in a human body. How would you like to create rainbows in the sky using your hands? Not only that, but each rainbow played an incredible melody. Groups of children would have an orchestra in the sky. We never heard such sweet melody. It's like the universe itself was playing music. In fact, it was. The kids were in tune with the universe. Beethoven would have loved it. Each one of the kids was incredible conductors. Imagine a world where there's no crime, there's no poverty, no lack of food, no illness. You see, once the civilization understands and experiences the laws of the universe, all these problems can be solved. Yes, it takes around 1 million years. Unfortunately, some worlds don't make it. They have a tendency to blow themselves up. You see, we have free will. You can change for the better, or you can destroy yourself. Quite frankly, those are the two options. There's a point where each person decides. Imagine at a certain point your world starts to change dramatically. Slowly, you begin to look transparent, much like Casper the Friendly Ghost. You start to be more multidimensional in nature. You are no longer physical. You have become pure energy in nature. Now the fun comes. Imagine going anywhere in the universe in less than a second. How's that for a cosmic ride? Talk about a roller coaster ride. You and your friends can go anywhere in less than a second. Imagine the entire knowledge of the universe is inside. What does that mean? It means as a kid, you are extremely wise. You are not limited. You don't have to learn your ABCs. You have a PhD from the universe. You are wise beyond belief. This is your true nature. You are wise and kind. You have learned that without kindness, you never can be wise. Nature only gives her secrets when you are kind. Nature is not a bully or mock one another. Here's the kicker. You still are an individual, yet at the same time, you are one with the universe. Now, that's a paradox. Imagine a cosmic soup. It has many different ingredients, yet you can't take out a certain ingredient. We're talking about quantum energy. Boy, Einstein would have loved this. Imagine in his mind, he created those theories. How would it be if he had the capability to imagine them in his mind at the same time, practically becoming the experiment? Imagine E equals mc squared. He can go from mass to pure energy and back to mass again. Now, that would be exciting. Inside of you lies the laboratory of life. Imagine all sorts of incredible inventions would be developed. When a civilization lines itself with the universe, all sorts of incredible inventions will happen. You see, nature will trust you. In our present day world, we let the genie out of the bottle. We create nuclear bombs. Now we have a threat that we can destroy the entire world. We don't know how to put the genie back inside the bottle. The only way out of this creation is to find the jewel inside. It's been there the entire time. Remember, you are a piece of the puzzle. Signposts are all around. Can you imagine signposts all around? But do we have eyes to see? Nature is alive and communicating with each other. We have cell phones in our hands. Magic is all around us, but we can't see it. Imagine the mysteries of life are all around us, but we don't see them. This is the journey of walking from darkness to light. We think we have all the answers, yet we are living in darkness. If we think we are living in the light, then why have we been fighting for thousands of years? Why do we have guns and violence? Why do we have 45 billionaires who have more money than half the population? This is a journey we are walking on. Kids, you have a say in this matter. The torch someday will be passed to you. Someday you will lead the way. Take a look at the sun in the sky. It just shines. It has nothing to prove. Its rays keep the entire earth alive. Now, that's true magic. It's not a sleight of hand. It's not some magic tricks that appear real, but it's not. It's the real deal. Every step you take over time, you can start to see the signposts are all around. You'll begin to see the majesty of the geese and ducks flying in the air. You will love to hear the geese honking in the sky. It will bring a chill down your back. You'll begin to learn to sit on a park bench and totally take in the beauty that surrounds you. You can close your eyes and tap into the beauty of nature. Nature is alive. How about not getting bored? You don't need to have your cell phone with you 24 hours a day. Yes, you can still have your cell phone, but it will be different. Imagine looking into your friend's eyes and seeing yourself. Whoever you may encounter, you see a reflection of yourself. How can you harm anyone in that state? There will be no more flaming posts on the internet. No more bullying, no more sexual harassment. This would be a thing of the past. How about no more school shootings, no more wars, no more guns and violence, no more crime? If you think this can't happen, then think again. Your civilization is only 50,000 years old. There are worlds out there that have existed before the universe was born. They had to take small baby steps along the way. Ultimately, some succeeded. They could go out and help others on this journey of life. Help is on the way, yet you have to ask for it. You see, you have free will. That's the law of the universe. The universe is playing a hide-and-seek game with you. This is the game of life. This is the greatest game ever played. It will go on for eternity. So you are a piece of the puzzle. Your piece is super important. Imagine having billions of pieces of the puzzle put together. Yet there's a missing piece. It's yours. Will the puzzle be complete? Now one is missing, and it's yours. You can begin to learn how to be a global citizen of the universe. You can learn how to be kind. You can learn how to have love and compassion for your fellow man. You can learn how to have patience and tolerance. You will once again discover the laws of the universe exist inside of you. You will start pulling all the negative weeds from your garden inside. You can do this. Yours isn't the first one, nor are you the last one to walk from darkness to light. You see, you aren't alone. How would you like to feel that there's a great coach inside of you? You can actually feel it. It's so familiar. It's a part of you. How about a part of you that's already the universe? And a part of you lives in this world. You have the potential to realize this on a daily basis. In the early 1950s, Roger Bannister ran a sub-4 minute mile. Nobody thought it was possible. Months later, the barrier was broken, and even some high schoolers did this. You have the same potential. There is a precious jewel that lies within you. Millions of people are waking up from their slumber. Signpost is all around. Just open up your eyes. The story continues. Wizard's Handbook. If there is a wizard's handbook, what would it say? You might be fortunate to open the book, and it will be empty, not a chapter in sight. Yet does that mean the joke is on you? Maybe by having no words in the book is telling you something. You can describe truth, but is it truth? You can describe a mango, but is it a mango? Only by eating a mango will you understand what a mango is. You are the universe. You just don't know it would be the central theme. Yet by opening the book, it is blank. Where are all the pages? Where are all the chapters? Where is the table of contents? Where is the index? I'm sure if I hand you the book, you might want to tear it up and throw it on the ground. Who do you think you are? This book is rubbish. It's not worth the paper it's printed on. Yet the words are there. Yet you can't see them. The chapters are there. The table of contents is there. The index is there. What's the problem? You see, only the kind heart can see. If you come with a huge ego and think, I know all the pages. I know it all. The pages will be blank. As you start on this journey on going inside, this book will slowly reveal to you its precious essence. This book is about your story. It's about your journey of life. It's extremely precious. You are known throughout the universe. Yet, to see the words, they appear slowly in your reading. At first, you may have glimpses of the words. Have you ever stared at a page in a book and the words fade in and fade out? Well, this precious book does the same. It's like this book reflects yourself. The more aware you become, the book reflects back to you. It now knows all about your journey in life. It knows your emotional state. If you are angry, the book has nothing to say. It doesn't respond to anger. It doesn't even know what anger is. Remember, the light doesn't know about darkness. Even if the light said to darkness, show yourself, darkness couldn't do it. The simpler you are in nature, the more the book will reveal itself. And that's why as children, you can learn so quickly and drop your old ways. These old ways were taught by your family, friends, society, and the world at large. You see, common sense is uncommon. The world doesn't believe in the book of knowledge. Even if they could open the book, they would see empty pages. Did you know that you are guided inside? Your wisdom will never harm you or others. Remember, if you ever have any negative thoughts, don't act on them. The universe will never ask for you to prove yourself. The universe is kind. Any negative thought you have is a weed that you can simply pull and never have it return. Yes, you must pull your weeds constantly. This is a given. You must water the soil and take care of your precious garden. You can show the book to others, yet they won't see anything, but you will. You see, the book is quite intelligent and knows who is looking at it. They will look at empty pages while you will see such wisdom. You see, this is how the book of life works. It's hidden and full of mystery. Only the young at heart can see. Only the children with pure intentions can read and understand the contents of this book. This book lies within you and knows all about you. It contains all the journeys you have ever partaken in, literally trillions of years and beyond. It's like a time capsule. It knows the past, present, and the future. This book is priceless. No amount of money can buy this book, yet it's free. But I say there's a catch. Only the innocent can see. The book knows your state of mind. You can't trick it or force it to reveal itself to you. Many people think that I can outwit this book. Let's say you are 90 years old and you think you can't outwit the universe. Good luck. That's why cunning and trying to get your point of view across will never work. This book is as old as time. It has seen every sort of ways of how people try to manipulate the book. And the book just laughs and has nothing to say. You see, the book doesn't judge you. It won't condemn you. It won't criticize you. The book loves you. Yet only by slowly understanding your true nature will the book slowly reveal itself to you. It has been this way ever since the dawning of man. Across the universe, this is the way. Only by being aware of the universe will the book reveal itself. Many people don't think this is real. Many people think that it's a fairy tale. Yet where do the fairy tales come from? There are many tales of where we come from. Some are true and some are false. Yet there is truth behind these tales. Something happened and it became a fairy tale. Truth is stranger than fiction. We live in a world where we have forgotten our true nature, where we came from. Even if you don't believe in reincarnation, who were you before your grandmother was born? You see, you are eternal. You can never die. Your body will. This ancient book knows who you truly are. I hope these are words of wisdom. I hope you will get excited to know this book lies inside of your heart. Wherever you go, the book goes. You see, the book and you are one and the same. There is no difference. Yes, this is an incredible journey. You are a piece of the puzzle. The book inside is your true nature. It's your true essence. Nobody can take that away. It's up to you to open the book and walk on this incredible journey. You see, the spiritual life is the most practical life. You see, the journey is both an external and an internal journey. Good luck on your journey. Remember, you are never alone. One million years from now. Wow, mankind did it. They became a kind man. You wouldn't recognize the change in mankind. War is a thing of the past. Gone are the negative emotions of anger, greed, lust for power. Mankind pulled out all the negative weeds once and for all. Remember the slogan, you are the universe. You just don't know it. Well, mankind does now. Signpost of God is all around you. You just don't see it. Well, society and the world at large sees the signpost all around. It's a glorious day in the universe. Mankind has woke up from their slumber. The hide-and-seek game is over. Mankind is united with the universe. You could say the universe and mankind is one and the same. Can you imagine being the sun, moon, and stars walking around in the human body? Disease is a thing of the past. Mankind can barely live as long as the dragons. Imagine living for 5,000 to 10,000 years. Can you imagine no more conflict, no more bullies, no more crime, no more poverty, no more throwing garbage in the ocean, no more pollution? Mankind has reached a state to solve any problems. There is no us versus them, no more divisions. Each person is recognized as being different, and yet, at the same time, there is unity. You see, their awareness is one. They can only divide and try to control others. How can you do that when you see through the eyes of everyone? Now that's a sight to behold. You see through your eyes, and at the same time, you see through the eyes of others. It took a long time for this to occur. 2012 was a turning point. Many people on Earth at this time didn't know if humanity was going to blow itself up or not. Many people felt that mankind passed the marker where man would ultimately discover the signpost of life. Life was grand. Can you imagine being the greatest source of life? Mankind was in tune with the Earth Gaia. You could say they were one and the same. Talk about changes. In the 20th century, man had no regard for the land. They polluted the entire earth. They were sawing off the branch they were sitting on. Year by year, man changed their ways. Man became tolerant of each other. Man started to listen to one another. Man became kind. Slowly, mankind woke up from their slumber. The more man woke up, the more the universe would share its secrets. You see, these secrets could be used for good or bad. The keys aren't just given to just anybody. You have to be in alignment with the universe to receive them. Century by century, mankind evolved. Science and religion merged with one another. Meditation was a common occurrence. Mankind discovered the laboratory within. Mankind started to learn how to be in constant meditation 24 hours a day. Mankind was on an inner and external journey. Over time, mankind knew that they came from the stars. They knew they were stardust. They had recognition where they came from. Imagine thinking you were orphans and meeting your parents for the first time. Well, this happened to humanity. Slowly, slowly, they came to discover where they came from and to once again communicate with their parents. You see, their parents were always there, but they didn't have the eyes to see. You see, even down to their DNA, the Pleiadians were there. They were the ones who seeded mankind, yet they were hidden until we woke up. This is the game of life. When a civilization becomes mature enough and responsible, you help the universe in the grand game of hide and seek. You help the universe to evolve. What a grand game this is. Throughout history, the great masters have come to talk about the hide and seek game. It's only by your free will can you wake up. You are a piece of the puzzle. Well, humanity discovered their piece of the puzzle. The entire puzzle was put together. Granted, it took a very long time, yet for the universe, it's only a blinking of an eye. Can you imagine being one with the quantum energy of light? You can go anywhere in the universe in less than a second. All knowledge will be known. This is how they discovered they were Stardust. This is how they discovered their parents never left them. They were there all along, but we couldn't see them. Mankind awoke to thousands of wows. They discovered these truths were always there, but they didn't have the eyes to see. What an incredible day when they woke up from their slumber. Every day, it was like Christmas. Brand new presents were under the tree of life. What can I discover today? What can I create today? You see, life is not boring, but we can be boring. It's a state of mind. Mankind completely changed his thinking. He became a creative force in the universe. He was in tune with the universe. He was in sync with the universe. He was the universe. Wow. Can you imagine that? Well, when mankind did this, the entire universe celebrated. They have waited for this moment for eternity. There's grand parties all throughout the universe. Did you know the planet Earth reached its goals? Well, of course they knew. They were the universe. Yet an incredible event occurred. It was like winning the Super Bowl of life. There were billions of beings helping and assisting mankind on this journey of life. And they did it. They didn't blow themselves up. Wow, what a game of life. They solved the grand puzzle of life. No words can describe the joy in the universe. You see, the entire universe is alive. We just see empty space in the sky, yet the entire universe is conscious and aware. Mankind finally reached the highest levels of the civilization. They pulled out all negative weeds and discovered the universe inside. You could say the universe was proud, just like a mother or father would be proud when you did something incredible. That's my boy, that's my girl. You see, the universe coaches us in life. It is always there on the sidelines. You are never alone. You may think so, but you're not. Imagine the surprise to you and the universe when you wake up. Wow, what a grand celebration. Your coach is ecstatic. See? You see what an incredible game she played? The entire universe roars. Ripples of joy reverberate throughout the universe. It is felt all over the universe. It is a crowning moment in time. Imagine the joy when Buddha enlightened. Wow, the celebrations are still going on. It's like when Roger Bannister ran under the 4-minute mile. People said it couldn't be done. Well, he did it. Soon afterwards, even some high schoolers could do it. Buddha showed it could be done. Now slowly people waken up from their slumber. Christ was another great example. He showed humanity the way. The kingdom of heaven lies within. What could be more incredible than that? This is the incredible journey of life. Where will humanity go from here? You will see in the next chapter.
When I was young, I heard a story about 3 blind men touching an elephant. Each man touched a different part of the elephant. One touched the elephant's ear, another touched his feet, while the last touched the tusk. They began to discuss their experience and a huge fight began. I'm right and you're wrong. I know all the answers. You're a fool to believe in that. What a child you are. Yet they all had their own individual experience. It was a piece of the puzzle. Not the puzzle itself, but a piece. Are we like the blind man touching the elephant? My religion is better than your religion. I'm going to heaven while you're going to hell. I'm going to declare war on you. I'm going to convert you. Religion has a piece of the puzzle. It is not the puzzle itself. Each religion is different and unique. The essence is the same. Which part of the elephant did you touch? Maybe it's about time to be open to something new. Your enemy is talking about the same thing you are. He just has a different piece, a different point of view. In the end, the essence is the same.
We are all custom designed by God. Yesterday, I heard an interesting interview with Bruce Lipton. He is a scientist and has a fascinating story to tell. He wasn't interested in God, religion, or anything spiritual. His passion was science and biology. He was studying the structure of cells. One day, he discovered that our cells have antennas embedded on the surface of the cells. We have trillions of cells, and each cell had this antenna. He thought to himself, mind you, I'm paraphrasing what he said. He asked himself, what are these antennas for? For what purpose do we have for them? In the real world, he thought of a TV set. You have an antenna which receives signals from a broadcast. You can change the channel and a different TV program will appear on the screen. At this point, it gets extremely interesting. Somehow, he has an epiphany that our awareness and consciousness is being broadcast from God or the quantum field. Each one of us has unique signatures. He realized that the body will die, yet our essence is always the same. We can never die. Our essence is eternal. To his amazement, he discovered that God exists inside of us. The treasures exist inside. We are hardwired to discover the universe within. Imagine all this took place within 5 minutes. From that point on, his goal was to discover his true nature. The clues are there in plain sight. Bruce then, as a scientist, began to use the lab within to discover his true nature. In the interview, Bruce said that some Jesuits said that, give me a child for 7 years, and I will tell you how the child will grow up. The first 7 years, a child will pick up the good, bad, and ugly. A child's brain is theta, which everything external gets sucked in from 0 to 7 years old. This goes directly into our subconscious. Now, imagine that we live our lives 98% of the time from our subconscious. Our subconscious drives our life. This means that our lives are being driven from our early childhood. While pursuing ourselves and discovering our true nature, we live most of our lives driven by our subconscious. We react like leaves blowing in the wind. Our body is so entwined with our subconscious that we react automatically without being aware. Imagine our subconscious is like a hard drive. It has tons of data stored from the ages of 0 to 7. When an event occurs, the subconscious will go instantly to the hard drive and it knows how to react. Notice, we are oblivious to what's going on. This is mankind to a T. We have been fighting for so long. The world is on fire. People flame each other on Facebook. We have a president who tweets whatever comes to his mind. Humanity is on the verge of a major breakthrough. The signs that we were built to discover are all around us. We have all the instruments inside of us to discover our true nature. We are about to go from me to we, which is the title of this book. Imagine every single person on earth is hardwired to discover we all came from the same place. We are all family, regardless of race, color, or creed. Our true nature is kindness. Our true nature is love and compassion. We are all a spark of the divine. We are the universe. We just don't know it. These are exciting times. You hold a piece of the puzzle of life inside of you. You can change and discover your true nature. Millions of people are waking up. Recently, science and religion are really talking about the same thing. Discoveries that Bruce saw are major scientific breakthroughs for all of us. Bruce saw in a flash of light that we are being broadcasted from the quantum field. We have our name that God knows and the universe knows. Every human life is special. With our free choice and free will, we can, moment by moment, be on a conscious journey to discover our true essence. Ponder this over.
Guru Nanak once said, "The world is a drama, staged in a dream." Mystics throughout the ages have pondered this over. We are living in drama, staged in a dream. Is our dream real? What is considered a dream? We come and go from this world. Is this a dream, or where we come from a dream? We live out our lives in so much drama. We react to the beatings of life. Is there a way to solve this puzzle? It seems very complicated, one layer over another. Yet the answer is simple. Open the door within. Is this from a mystic or a scientist? Kabir, a mystic from the 15th century, said the following: "All know that the drop merges into the ocean, but few know that the ocean merges into the drop." Now that is profound. A modern-day Einstein might have said that today. The entire universe exists inside of us. We are a part of the universe. Is this a paradox? We are beyond time and space. There are billions of universes. Inside of our DNA is a part that is not material. It is spiritual. No instrument known to man can detect this yet. Yet the mystics have said all along, you are hardwired for this experience. Ponder this message. The divine words from Kabir are alive.
Politics. Can you imagine if one person or dragon would see our world today? Remember, in the dragon's world, the city Shambhala, there was no crime. Consequently, there were no policemen. They had no wars. So billions of dollars didn't go for the defense. People were kind and respected one another. The golden rule was practiced by all. It was a part of their nature, and just like breathing, it was a part of their life. The dragons and man were in sync with the laws of the universe. You could say they were one. Harmony existed in their world. Tolerance for all, regardless where you came from. Granted, this took time. Baby steps were taken. 2 steps forward, 1 step backwards. This is how we learn. Every step of the way, we can learn something. Well, fast forward today. We have a president who tweets at 3 in the morning talking about my button is bigger than your button. Mind you, kids out there, he is talking about the red button, when pushed, would send nuclear warheads to North Korea. He is mocking the dictator of North Korea. Now, both the president and the dictator are bullies. They are 1,000 times worse than any bullies on the playground. They could ignite a true nuclear war. The president wants to build a wall between U.S. and Mexico. Do you know what the citizens did in Shambhala? They would have built bridges to all the refugees who got displaced by wars. They weren't physical bridges, but an opening of the hearts toward their fellow man. The citizens of Shambhala would be shocked to see mass deportation of their fellow man. Today, there are citizens who have lived in this country and are deported. Common sense is uncommon. Imagine in the northern Scandinavian countries, prisons are closing. The prisoners are taught a trade. Dignity and respect are given. Kindness is the norm. With this in mind, the prisoner's system changes for the good. People are getting second chances. Well, in the good old America, the prisons are now for profit corporations. This means they don't want prisoners to change for the better. The more prisoners are in the prison, the more money they can make. When it comes to movies, the big hits are platinum movies and horror movies, we're conditioned to believe this is entertainment. We think violence and horror is a part of our DNA. It's not. We think that kindness is for the weak, yet kindness is the most powerful force in the universe. I'm talking to the youngsters out there. You can have a far better world than we have now. Be kind to yourself and others. If you do this day in and day out, this world will change. You are a piece of this puzzle. Take baby steps. You see, the world we presently live in goes in circles. History repeats itself. Countless wars have been fought, and they never solved anything. Billions of dollars go into profit for companies that build weapons. We should be able to feed the entire world. The United States should embrace the refugees just like Shambhala did. Build a city for refugees somewhere in the States. Allow any refugee from war-torn nations come and live there. Educate them, train them, give them decent food and shelter. Most of all, be kind. Practice the golden rule. Live the great principles of your spiritual teachers. Reich would be shocked if he saw the conservative Christians supporting the president today. The country and world are being divided. The president is doing this on purpose. He will degrade anyone who disagrees. He will mock anyone, regardless of who they are. I remember he mocked a reporter who had a disability, and the president mocked him on national TV. If that was a previous president, he would have been voted out of office. Many high-powered people have resigned lately due to sexual exploitation. Why doesn't the president get scrutinized? The president will never back down and apologize. With all this in mind, the Republicans and Christians still support him. The political system is broken. Politics is all about compromise. Both parties can't stand one another. Both have such extreme animosity towards each other. Laws are passed, and the other party has no say-so or can participate. We, as a nation, need to wake up. We can change. Each one of us is a piece of the puzzle. Only kindness can help us. We're living a life that is backwards and barbaric. We need to reclaim the virtues of nature again. You see, man is out of sync with nature. The whales and dolphins can navigate using their sonar. It's built in. We have internal sonar within that has never been turned on. Consequently, we are not in balance. In Kabbalah, the people learn how to be in tune with the universe. Consequently, all the darkness disappeared. Man needs to discover his true nature. Only light can dispel darkness. Nothing else can. This is a new day occurring to man. Man is waking up from a slumber. The sun is arising. Hopefully, the children will take this to heart.
Great masters from the past came down to change our crazy world. Man has been fighting for eons. What has it brought us? Nothing but misery on this planet. Probably billions of people have died due to wars. How civilized are we? Do we truly think that by going to war, it will solve man's problems? We had World War I. It was the war to end all wars. Yet, only years later, we had World War II. This time, the war ended when Japan was bombed twice with nuclear bombs. Still, this didn't end fighting among men. Wars still continue today. Our current president is on the verge of having another nuclear war with North Korea. Both countries are ridiculing one another on the playground of life. Both leaders are very immature and unstable. I pray that someone will intervene. Where does all this craziness stem from? Why do we act this way? Man has to discover his true nature. Man needs to learn how to tame the mind. It's that simple. That's what all the craziness gets started, from an untrained mind. And that's why I say the spiritual path is the most practical path. Without a spiritual path, the weeds would then grow out of control. Anger, greed, power, control, these take over.
We see it very evident today. We have a president who, if you disagree, will spend the early morning tweeting all about you. His words aren't kind, but extremely demeaning. The New York Times keeps records how many times he has lied. It was around 900 at the last count. This was only 7 months into his presidency. How can we know when he is speaking the truth? He has the nuclear codes in his hands. Will his ego push us into a nuclear war? Only time will tell. Each of us has a piece of the puzzle. We don't have the entire puzzle. We have a piece. Without your piece, the puzzle can't be complete. Ponder this over. You are more important than you think. How can we stop wars? First of all, man must stop the fighting inside. We must pull out the negative weeds that exist inside of ourselves. We must pull out anger, intolerance, and greed. We have tainted glasses. We think we are seeing clearly, yet the weeds are preventing us from seeing clearly. Any war starts inside of us, and then it spreads to others. It's like a disease. It spreads quickly. We totally think we have a God-given right to attack another country. God does not take sides. We have to solve any problems on our own. We act like spoiled babies. If I don't get what I want, I will have a temper tantrum. Wars get started that way. Wars will be stopped when there is an inner and outer balance of wisdom. Do we ever learn from our mistakes? History repeats itself over and over again. All the wise men from the past have said, learn from your mistakes. You are a fool when the same needle is playing the same part of the song over and over. War, war, war. Children have greater wisdom. They know that war never solves any problems. Look at Iraq. We've been there 3 times longer than World War II. Yet still, there is no peace in sight. Show me a war today that has united mankind. By eliminating the war inside of us, we can stop the external wars. We can begin to discriminate proper actions to eliminate wars on the outside. How about talking to newborn mothers on both sides of the conflict? Let's think outside of the box. What does a newborn mother want for her child? A warm and comfy home, food on the table, a safe environment for a child, a great school to teach the young. If she was involved in this process, I can guarantee you that wars would be stopped. The mothers would solve the problems. Politicians start wars and send young men to fight them. They aren't part of the process. Mothers are. Their sons are sent off to fight some battle. We need to stop glorifying war. Talk to any veteran. Did you know that in every hour of the day, some veteran is committing suicide? Why are there over 50,000 homeless veterans just in Los Angeles? Our politicians give lip service to this today. How many have come back totally traumatized? Their limbs and minds have been blown away. We make young men. It is an honor to defend our country. Yet, is any war justified? Do we have inner peace? If you don't, you are on the same track, playing the same song. War, war, war. Inner peace is the first step we need to obtain. If a politician doesn't have that, we are doomed to fall in the same track in history. Man must start to pull the inner weeds. The wise men like Christ have been saying this for centuries, yet we say it's not practical. I would say it's the most practical thing any human being can do for this planet. I would say we are crazy not to pull our weeds inside of ourselves. Any problem known to man can be solved when a man works on the garden within. Your garden can help to bring the kingdom of heaven on earth. When the fighting has stopped inside of you, you put your piece of the puzzle into the puzzle of life. This is how wars can be eliminated from this planet. Remember that God is your coach. He is on the sidelines watching the game. It's up to us to solve our problems.
I can't believe the lack of kindness in our present administration. In fact, it is evil to the core. How can you justify separating children from our parents? Our President, Attorney General, and Director of Homeland Security all are in agreement of this policy. How did America lose its moral core? Fortunately, there are Republicans and Democrats who are trying to do something about it. Even Laura Bush spoke up against this policy. Are we going back to the Dark Ages? You see, kindness is needed more than ever. If you have kind people in charge, the world, this would never happen. Hopefully, you see the correlation between your emotions and your actions. For example, Jeff Sessions, who instigated this policy, did not have at this moment in time kindness for these people. He even said he wants to teach them a lesson. Many of these families are fleeing violence in their country.